Hello and welcome back to the third episode in the series of Dragon's Dogma 2 playthrough. And this first quest that we are doing right now is the Imprisoned Magistrate, where we have to go up to this dude and free him, and give him a place that he can go with a bunch of books, because, he just loves to read. And this first time, we don't actually have that part of the quest done, meaning he doesn't want to leave his cell, meaning that we have to leave and then go and complete that part of the quest and then come back to free him and escort him out. Annoying, but I'm a ding-ding, so I forgot about this.
What a
Turns out this guy right here, Kendrick, he needs some help because he is running the local church. He needs funding and some other items for a quest, including aged beast steak, which I just happen to have in my inventory, which is honestly great, saved us a bunch of time. Right after this, we pick up another quest from him, and apparently one of the boys that locally is known around the slums has gone missing. And so we have to run around and ask three little kids about this missing child, because they're his friends. They would probably know. I end up going the complete wrong direction and talking to this random NPC that also is at the church that you can donate items to. I had two bunches of flowers, and I gave her one for the quest, so I can maybe get some
I'll put it on
XP,
for now.
but mainly I just thought that she was someone that would tell me where this little missing kid is. Turns out she wasn't one of the three kids that would tell me where this little missing kid is, which is pretty fucking annoying, but I end up having to give her silver ore at some point.
They're hard to find, aren't
Get off of that.
Soon, I go into the church and find the first of the three kids that I'm supposed to talk to, which is honestly pretty nice because I've been wandering around for like 5 minutes at this point. Soon after, I find the second kid,
Just the other day, he was going around telling anyone who'd listen about how he was an ox hair away from making some big...
and finally, I find the third kid facing the ocean right over here. I don't know how I missed him and the other two kids for over 5 to 10 minutes, but we soon meet back up with Kendrick, tell him the information, and he says, "Oh, I think I know a place," and leads us over to this broken down tower thing. I don't know how Kendrick didn't think about looking down here earlier or clearing the rubble, but once we do, we end up heading down the staircase inside. Wandering through these hallways and tunnels, I finally realize that I don't have my armor or weapon equipped. So, finally, we start moving through, jumping over a big old pit right there, smashing into some pots in the next room, and, finally, finding Malcolm.
Malcolm, you have my...
Sir Kendrick, you'll never believe what I've found. Books, sir.
Truly, perhaps we ought to...
Oh, we can bring her.
Finally finding a whole library and shit like that for the imprisoned magistrate to come and hang out in, we finish the quest. We end up equipping our mask and our fancy clothes to look inconspicuous when we sneak back into the castle. Soon walking up the back of this hill in the slums towards the back of the castle, where the prison is, we walk up this spiral staircase, through this hallway, through a gate, behind these guards. And, I mean, even though I don't think it matters, we still try to be sneaky when getting to the magistrate. We tell him we have a place with a bunch of books, and he is eager to come with us. And we are still trying to be sneaky here for some fucking reason. I really don't know. So we're trying to walk behind these guards to make sure they don't see us, but I mean, eventually we just go down the staircase, and I'm a little bit faster, so I have to go back and help the magistrate out. But basically after that, we progress in the story more. So, yay. He basically just says thanks and that he'll be down there.
Cool.
Yeah.
Alright.
Soon enough, we sit down in the tavern
Pen
and
rip
wait
time.
for Captain
Cheers,
Brant
geeks.
to appear. In the meantime, taking a little pen rip. and dozing off. Eventually we meet Captain Brant and tell him we have freed the captive magistrate, which is pretty cool. He's pretty happy about that, and we give him back the cell key. And as a reward, surprisingly, we get a fairy stone and 7,000 gold from that quest. Now we have to talk to Captain Brant again, and he sends us on a quest to the eastern edge of Vermont. Brant was looking into the Queen's spending habit, and he saw a larger sum of gold going to this small town, spent on sweet crown flower, which only grows in this town. So he thought that was weird and wanted to send us there. Officially, I'm not thinking this quest is very important or it's going to get us very much information, but I promise you, you will be surprised. A small, inconspicuous town probably has a little bit more to hide. Sitting overnight on a bench, we start heading towards this little town on foot when I notice a griffin's shadow over us. Remembering how I gave the last one a rim job and the one before that, let me ride
Well, I
him,
guess we're fighting
pause. I'm excited
Fuck
for a
yeah.
fight this time, until it lands in the water and gets eaten by the brine. Which absolutely sucks, because I was kind of looking forward to fighting it.
Are you guys not dead?
After which, I take my anger out on these Saurians, and Amine, of course, puts in some healing work too as I get slapped up a little bit. Not as bad as this guy gets flung around though, and I just put him down by chopping off his tail, of course. After demoralizing and brutalizing the first Saurian, I go after the second, and decide to cut him down as he runs away. Going after the third Saurian on the bridge, I cut off his tail, and fling him into oblivion with my charged attack. I reach level 17 and continue on through the forest before fighting some humans and failing to see a giant ogre right behind us.
He's dead.
I call it a troll,
Hell yeah.
but it's an ogre. Just really shows how tired I am at this point. I mean, the stream has gone on for probably 10 hours at this point, but I'm still going strong, I think.
Worthy of caution. Not save our best will do.
Nice. I'm gonna pop Bellow again. Maybe the ogre won't. Okay. Okay. Dude, that was huge.
The amount of damage that we're doing is slowly increasing, but also, something coming up makes this, and a few others, one of my favorite fights in this series so far.
Chud! No, he's in the water too.
We got him to jump into the water,
Oh,
somehow.
it died. That's great, dude. That is, like, actually amazing.
After wandering around fighting some bandits and finding a cellar, we then walk down here and I get jump scared before reverse jumping this poor soul hiding in this basement. I say one of the most predictable things possible.
Seems like there could be a doorway here.
There indeed was a doorway, and a nice chest. I expect something like a weapon or maybe some armor, but I instead get 3,600 gold,
600 gold.
and am deeply, deeply disappointed.
At all.
After maybe 30 seconds of exploration, I run face first into a dragon, before shitting my pants trying to take it on. I mean, seriously, this thing has like 9 fucking health bars, and I barely leave a scratch on it. With my pawns and me basically getting killed in one singular hit, and me barely leaving any damage on this motherfucker's health bar, I think I'm a little bit outmatched. But does that mean I give up? Absolutely not. Respawning, I fail to also realize one thing. My maximum health goes down, and I am right within this dragon's minimum aggro range. I start chucking boulders at this thing, and maybe at some point I think I can take it on, so I jump on its back. It starts spewing fire, and I fall into it, of course, dying instantly.
I jumped.
And, you know what, kind of being salty about it, too.
Oh my god. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna just keep trying it.
I will soon come to deeply regret those words. During this fight, I try to use boulders and even amine as ammunition towards this dragon. And, predictably, I get nowhere in this fight very, very fast. And I end up dying before I can even get a tenth of its health bar down.
This has gone perfectly. Exactly as I imagined. It's okay. I saved right before this fight. Oh, I didn't mean to. Alright. Thought I used my weight
Not
stone.
taking into account that I lose maximum HP every time I die, I try again, and very, very, very quickly this time, I just die. So, trying to rethink my strategy and maybe regroup a little bit, I run around and accidentally fall in the water.
It's kind of wild.
And then, due to a button misinput, I accidentally use my wake stone, meaning I just respawned in the water and lose a bunch of HP. And on top of that, to make everything worse, the dragon is right here when we respawn,
Why are you?
which is just very convenient, I would say.
I'm clipping this though. Oh, and I'm cooked too. Alright. Can we just knock it off into the water? There's no way, right? Oh, but I get knocked off into the water. Dude, that's crazy. I'm clipping that. Why
Another
would
one of my favorite moments in this playthrough,
it has bigger fish.
just due to how convenient my words were. Can we knock it into the water, and then we get knocked into the water? It's just never-ending anal torture with fucking bad dragon toy to play this game. But anyways,
what if we just run
I
by?
try to run by because I think I'm slick, and I turn around and half scare myself to death when I realize he is still chasing us. And guess what? These dickheads up the hill, instead of realizing there's a dragon, decide to team up with the dragon and try to fuck me.
Fuck.
I can't say that I'm a fan, because, to be honest, I'm more of a one-on-one sensual person. So, with that backhand to my face from the dragon, I once again die. But instead of giving up, I just hit load from last save, cross my fingers, and hope for the best. One of these runs I'll eventually get it right.
I wanna do as much damage as I can to it first.
Those were some awfully wise words and hopeful thinking, but I die again. We load from our last save and have to use a wake stone mid-fight, hoping it'll turn the tide of the battle, but once again I just die. So, repeating the process once again, I respawn, die again,
Damn it! I tried. to
using my wake stone once again. I hope that this is the final time that I have to fight this dragon, or at least do enough damage to scare it off. I'll let this fight play, and let you guys enjoy it.
use those. Give that to you. Combine this. Damn. Alright. Fine. Right.
I'll put this to use.
caught me in that.
Pulse no mean feat, but it can be done. Now, while the heart is exposed.
And by the grace of some fucking god,
Hit me, bro.
some wolf
Oh my
decides
God,
to
it's
drag
right
me
here.
away from the battlefield and chomp down on my noggin. Not that there's a whole lot up there, but I also think that I could have died if I stayed near that dragon.
Alright, well I guess, fought the dragon, the Drake.
Realizing the dragon ran away, I enact my revenge on those bandits that helped kill me. Soon after killing those bandits, I'm running around when I hear stomping. Thinking it's an ogre, I fail to realize it's just a measly cyclops. But this is another one of my favorite moments within this series so far. I will let you guys watch and enjoy the stupidity.
Focus on me. Ready. Knocking off balance.
I hold the arm. Now to bring it down and let it taste our fury. I would be glad of your assistance.
Damn it, I missed it. Dude, I'm not trying to hit them. Oh. We killed it.
After bullying the shit out of that cyclops, Larry levels up to level 18. Chud is still following in my footsteps by leveling up to level 18 too, becoming my little overpowered fruitcake that shoots arrows at a ridiculous speed. I soon turn around to see this goblin just getting absolutely fucking juggled by lightning magic from Amine, which is pretty cool. Shortly after bullying some hobgoblins, we run into a minotaur in this little forest pocket, and my god, did he take me off guard. I was looking for minotaurs, but you know what? Actually finding one when you least expect it is about the scariest thing that can happen. I'll let this fight play because it is pretty interesting.
Shit.
Arisen, are you alright?
Thank you kindly. You don't mean to trouble me. You must stop.
I also realized that I left my Lightstream title over the boss health bar. Unfortunately, I have limited Wi-Fi access, so as soon as I can do this, I will move the Lightstream bar down to the bottom right. But I would say a Minotaur has about 4 or 5 health bars. Hopefully, this isn't too unbearable to watch, so I apologize if it is.
So now...
Want to knock off balance. You'll prove a much easier target than last time.
Our trap holds our foe.
Hey, this is what I like to see. Asunder. Fuck. This guy is not happy. Right? So, yep, this guy go up. Oh, shit. Damn it. So nice. Missed.
Feeling pretty confident after that fight with the Minotaur, we head to the Nameless Village to get on with this quest. After some scenery of the village at night, we arrive in the town square. Some random blonde British boy decides to talk to me and tell me to fuck off in a most polite manner. Not taking this well, I decide to enact my revenge by taking their apples, Harspuds, and Princess Harspuds. So, yeah, fuck you, dude.
Just take all.
Heading to the inn, I end up working on my vocation and spending some DCP because I start out with almost 4,000, so I want to spend a little bit of that and get some better skills for myself before I eventually head up to the top of the town where the manor is. We start talking to Flawed, and for the record, I don't know why the fuck you would name your child Flawed unless you hate them or think they're a mistake. We ask him some questions and basically say that we are the true Arisen, and he's like, yeah, fucking right, and seems pretty closed off.
The second Arisen. In response, she's... Oops. Don't misunderstand. I'm no those who deal in information. Is there aught else you care to ask? Take care.
After slipping up and mentioning that he works for Queen Disa, but he doesn't actually agree with her, he gives us his ultimate technique. Nice recovery there, dude. I end up having to look up how to finish this quest because me being very, very slow in the head, I can't actually figure it out. Or how to work a ladder because I end up just falling down. Not that I took damage, but this parkour quest is quite annoying. Especially the second part.
Huh.
I also want to mention during this, there are leeches, like leech worms or whatever, on the floor of this parkour puzzle. So if you fall, you have to fight them. I didn't realize this, but as soon as I did, I nearly shit my pants because I have a severe fear of both leeches and worms. So this was extra motivation not for me to fuck up. And I almost did, again.
Oh, yeah.
But eventually I make it to the room, and we get this cutscene.
Dear me.
Looking around the room, I realize there's a little bit of beefsteak on the table, so I grab it before talking to our friend.
You didn't disappoint, did you?
We ask about the decoy sovereign, and we learn that he used to be a member of this group before being exiled.
We had no choice. We're men and women of shadow. That's why he was that's all you wanted to ask.
We ask some more about Dara, and we learn that he was next up to become a thief meister. But during the trial, he took a massive injury to the chest, and it left a scar resembling that of an Arisen's chest scar. And so he basically ran off to become an Arisen, or play the part, which somehow worked out for him. Just somehow. As a show of appreciation for the parkour puzzles and the little leapy worms, I decide to go into their back room, take all of their valuables, clothes, and food as a show of appreciation and thanks.
I understand. God, wait, can I
After this, I get a reminder that gravity still reigns supreme.
Have you played any other, like, Souls-like games? No, the last save. Go this way.
After a little battle, and soon running by an elf with clothes or lack thereof,
Oh my God.
I'm low-key disgusted in other people's fashion choices for their
Jesus
pawns.
Christ. Some people in this game. Me and James.
Hopping on a nearby ox cart, I sit down before I forget that yes, I have to pay the ox cart driver to get anywhere. So that's exactly what I do.
Alright, let me doze off.
Fully expecting to be attacked, I'm looking down and playing with my cat when I realize we didn't, which is honestly pretty great.
And let's kind of
Saved a lot of time.
and it's
We head to the tavern and talk to Captain Brant, turning in the quest about Dara and the false sovereign.
Do tell more. Alright, Echo, stop it! What type of, what brand of beer is your favorite?
Have you divined aught of the false sovereign, your majesty? This appears to be a bill calling for the arrest of a man named Dara. But hold a moment. But of a clever plan. Furthermore, Tulsa, and all the while, a clever ploy. I've no doubt that this bill would...
At this point, we're faced with the challenge and the worst quest in my mind, which is sneaking around the castle and having to gather information about the Queen Regent, which is a giant time suck and honestly just kind of sucks overall. Heading home to deposit some stuff in my chest, I get a letter from Sven, along with a little gift called the Dragon's Gaze. Dragon's Gaze reveals the location of Wakestone shards, which, when 3 are combined, creates a Wakestone. And a Wakestone is basically just a little revive for you when you die. Once changed into more fitting clothes, I go to the tavern and sit on a bench until nighttime. Once it is time, I end up heading to the noble quarter and meeting with the guard, Sonia. Me and Sonia go on a nice, long walk to the guardhouse, where eventually she says she can't take me any further. Heading inside this nearby guardhouse, I open a chest to find an armor set. Kind of looks familiar to the Dark Souls armor set, but then again, that could just be me. Wandering the castle for a few minutes before going into this room to find Sven and this quest item that I need, we have this short cutscene and talk with him. After finishing that cutscene, we hop out of the window, check our map to get out, and then prance through the courtyard and down some steps towards the tavern. We end up having a staring contest with this purple stone that, if you remember from the first episode, is how we teleport. Once again, I forgot about this because I am a dum-dum. And after touching that purple crystal, we go back to the tavern and talk to Captain Brant, turning in our quest by giving him that torn letter.
This alone can prove
Finally, we got this done. My god.
To think, 'tis a surprise. But if Regent King Sven is will, you have done well, your majesty.
What could the Queen Regent be plotting? That's odd.
Turns out, for now, I've completed all the quests for Captain Brant that I can do at this time. So, I'm just gonna have to fuck off and find some other stuff to do. Which is exactly what I end up doing shortly after. We end up going back over to Daphne and giving her some silver ore.
Show his mistress.
Also, I'm talking about the beggar quest, which I am still yet to complete in this playthrough. I've just simply avoided it because it's a pain in the ass. But soon after this, we are running through the forest because we are bored when my schizophrenia becomes shared. Swinging like a madman on crack, we eventually dispel the spirits and I level up to level 19. And right after this, we end up finding a chest with some goblins nearby when Chud decides to level up to level 19 too. The progression is starting to come together. And we ended up getting a griffin pinion, a putrid gold tooth, and a misshapen eye from that chest. We soon find an ogre just kind of stomping around, so I decide to fight it. And boy is this fight comedy.
Let me get up your ass. Okay. Alright. Bring that down. Damn it! Should have used that earlier. God, these fucking wolves are not helping, dude. Like, at all. Alright. Bellow. What the fuck is that?
We must deploy every tool and tactic at our disposal.
I thought there was a second enemy. Okay. Alright, that's cool, that's cool, that's cool. Get another wolf off, maybe? Oh my god, dude.
I believe your code drawn to light. We ought to extinguish our lanterns lest we summon it unwittingly.
Alright, alright, alright. Where's that? Oh, he's right there. Okay. God, I can't see nothing. Can you get on your back? What the?
We would do well
Brother.
to keep the high ground when fighting
On his
enemies.
chest.
It will make overpowering our foes all the simpler.
Oh my god, what the fuck is my character doing, dude? Oh my god, this is embarrassing. Alright, alright, alright. I'm getting dragged by a wolf! God. Fucking kidding me? Bro, don't heal me. Get the fucking wolf off. Nice. Okay, right in the fucking mug. These, I mean, you guys need to take care of these wolves. Like, really.
I shall fly to your aid, Master.
Word Sunder. Heavenward Sunder. Hayward Sunder, what am I saying? Alright, and then the Roll Breaker? Damn it. Alright, wait, what's that? Whoosh. I need, like, stamina really bad. Ass. Okay. Sweet. Oh, there's no way I'm recovering. Okay, cool. Recover some stamina. Needs to hop over here. Can I bellow? This'll have to work. Okay. Bellow. Bellow. There we go, there we go, there we go.
It is the simplest strategy.
Wall breaker.
Knock it
Face me,
out
buddy.
from under it.
Damn it.
By here it recovers.
Fuck.
All our
Gotta go.
strength. We must stand together if we are to seize victory.
Hell yeah. Just fucking predict that. The wolf. Dude, the wolves were just fucking my day up. Alright. No breaker. Please. Oh my god, dude. Okay, I'm probably gonna unequip Null Breaker for sure. Dude, can you focus on me? Oh my god. He's going after the, bro, he's going after Chud. What the fuck? Are you gonna aggro me, dude? Holy moly.
Capable of calamity and strength. We ought not
Yes.
to
Come
provoke
here,
it.
come here.
How are we meant to attack without anger?
I shall finish this. For the
Right.
risen.
Oh my god. I got gassed as soon as I ran out of stamina. God damn it. Alright. Monster,
After an honestly embarrassing fight with an ogre, I take a little sip of my drink before opening this chest to find a tiger eye.
Hell yeah.
Pretty valuable, not too bad. End up walking around a little bit more and stumbling across this quest accidentally. I didn't want to have to escort this woman all the way across the map, but we ended up doing it anyway, and boy was it tedious. After getting our asses handed to us, we just decide to set up camp for the night and cook some food for a bonus.
Cheers to
Come.
Hesse,
We've much
Void,
to be getting on
and
with.
the two others that
Feeling
I don't
rested,
know
I trust?
what your names are, but cheers. Like,
We've little need for a camp.
I hope you all are doing
After
well.
paying tribute to my viewers and providing them with entertainment, we finally are able to finish
Right.
this quest, which took
What is this
way
quest
too
for?
long.
Is this to be bring you to the right place?
Thanks,
Yes.
I suppose.
Oh my god.
It begins.
Shall we check our packs?
After completing that quest and running around a little bit, we end up just deciding to make camp. I'm also going to call the video here, but I hope that each and every single one of you has enjoyed and has a good rest of your day. If you want to see more of this, maybe click that subscribe button, slap the shit out of that noti bell, or swing by on April 2nd around 7 p.m. on Twitch to see it live.